Hey everyone, this is Mike here with Computer Cuisine Deluxe 7.0. Wanted to do this video on a pretty powerful feature that some people may or may not even follow or know that exists with Computer Cuisine Deluxe, and that's the ability to clean up your recipes really easily and efficiently, and also to do substitutions for any inconsistencies that you see in these measurements. So, for example, when you grab recipes off the web, you may grab them from one website and another website, and maybe grab one from friends or what have you, and you'll notice that these measurements for teaspoons or tablespoons might be written differently because each person sort of writes those little abbreviations differently, and you may or may not agree with how this particular recipe substitute those measurements and abbreviations. So you may want to have a consistent feel to your entire recipe collection. Maybe you have mild OCD, maybe you're just a perfectionist like me, but you want your recipes to be clean and most of all consistent. So I created in the settings menu a nice little abbreviations option. And what that does is allows you to select the way you like certain measurements to be listed in your recipes, and then it will clean up the formatting of all of your recipes or some of your recipes to match that exact measurement abbreviation. So, for example, for teaspoons, it can be written so many different ways, and you'll find that in a variety of recipes on the web. Some people just put a old school, they go lowercase t, capital T. That's the way you do it. Other people may say, hey, I like it written in the full word so that I can easily distinguish that. And some people might want a capital T for tablespoon and a lowercase t, but the complete word really just depends, and you get to select how you like it. That's the most important thing. This is customized for your recipe collection. So I'm going to go with, let's say, TSP lowercase. Well, yeah, let's do TSP lowercase for teaspoon. And for tablespoon, let's do a capital TBSP with a period, so it's somewhat consistent. Same thing for cups. Some people do like a C, capital C with a period, and any way you like this, you can have that set up. So once you perfect how you like everything to be displayed, you can just simply turn this to on. Now, this defaults to the off position because I wasn't sure everyone would like to utilize this feature, but that's why I'm making this video, so you can decide if you like to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and now turn this on, and we're going to go back to this main menu, and you'll see that we grabbed this from somewhere, and tablespoons is written kind of in a strange format for me personally, TBL, all caps with the period. Teaspoon is in the old school without an abbreviation. Just looks somewhat inconsistent, and I might want to clean that up for how I like it. So now that we have abbreviations on, what we can do is we can use the cleanup text formatting feature under the format menu. And cleanup text formatting has three options. You can clean this up for just this particular recipe, for recipes that were currently found. And what that means is if you do a find for all recipes with chocolate in the title, let's say, well, you might have 35 recipes that have that. Well, then it will clean up just those 35 recipes and not clean up the remaining 1,000 recipes that you may have that are not chocolate titled. And then you have the option, obviously, to clean up all recipes with the same text formatting. So now that we have substitutions on, once again, I'm going to go ahead and select that for this particular recipe, and I'm going to do cleanup text formatting for this recipe only. It will tell you it's going to remove extra spaces, correct any corrupted characters, clean returns, etc., etc. And I want you to keep an eye now, because we have substitutions on the teaspoons and on the tablespoons. I'm going to click OK. And there you have it. So tablespoons and teaspoons are now consistent with how we like them displayed in this particular recipe. And more importantly, you can do that for every recipe in your collection. It will go through each and every recipe, check to see how tablespoons or teaspoons is written, and it will clean them up for you. So that allows you to have a nice consistent look to your entire collection. Another thing it will do is, as it says with the cleanup text formatting, it will replace spaces, extra spaces, corrupted characters. So I'm going to go ahead and, sometimes when you grab something off the web, you might have some extra characters like it's showing right here. You might have a ton of extra spaces because it was formatted strangely for the web and it looked great on the website, but when you got it, it just looks awful. It has way too many spaces, and So when you grab a block of text, it might look something like this, and it just doesn't look right. And let's say it also says teaspoons in lowercase, and let's just say that it has like a capital T. So I'm going to do the same thing, and again, since we have abbreviations on, it will not only clean up the text formatting, it will also do a substitution for how we like tablespoons and teaspoons to be displayed in this particular recipe, or cups or ounces, but this particular recipe doesn't have that. So let's go ahead and clean up that text formatting once again. Now keep an eye on how it looks before and after. And there you have it. Cleaned up all those extra spaces, substituted the teaspoons, tablespoons, how we like it, and you're all set. So that little feature in the format menu really helps to keep a nice consistent feel for your recipe collection, and I wanted to point that out because it really just does help for customization and consistency with your collection. Thanks.